me out, nigga. Check me out, nigga. Yo. Turn the record on and I black out. Nigga, I spaz out and slap a pussy right in his fat mouth. My name ringing, coming out another man's mouth. Niggas hating, my shit is popping, so I stand out. Since God took the wheel, I've been rolling, nigga. Need to worry about your bag instead of trolling niggas, nigga. Flashing all the money you be owing niggas, nigga. It's hate all in your blood and now you showing niggas. Ain't no stopping me a black ballin'. Nah, I'ma stand tallin'. Get it and take it like I'm Mac ballin'. You part of my opposition, I don't fuck with you. Nah, if you condone this sucker shit, then you a sucker too, bitch. Niggas know what's up with me, but now what's up with you? Put a target on your back and now it's stuck with you. Niggas tryna throw me L's, I'm catching W's. I'm hoping that you never gon' tell if I put a slug in you, bro. My opposition gon' talk about me. Niggas never put in work and never saw the county. Yeah, I keep a hammer or a hawk around me. I be wildin' till a hater put some chalk around me. My opposition gon' talk about me. Niggas never put in work and never saw the county. Yeah, I keep a hammer or a hawk around me. I be wildin' till a hater put some chalk around me.
So now we're looking at a situation where we're seeing that the conscious community, like I keep seeing these questions that's ridiculous. Does the Bible help black people? Does the Quran help black people? Does being Muslim help black people? The real question that should be debated are the two platforms that keep trying to mask and groom and guide the direction of the conscious community and keep the conscious community divided. Is that helping the conscious community? Is keeping the Muslims attacking the Hebrew Israelites while the Hebrew Israelites attack the Kemetic brothers, while all of those people attack the vegans and the people who are into herbs and holistic health? Like, is keeping everybody divided, is that helping the community?
In your opinion,
divide and conquer routine, if you ask me.
In your opinion, what is the conscious community like? I think at one point, I thought we had a definitive answer. Like, yo, the conscious community to me was everybody that was striving for knowledge of self, or people who had knowledge of self, or we just get together and build, trade ideas and information. That's what I thought it was. And then it became a point to where, I don't like them. So now we just got beef, or, I don't like their information. So now we just got beef, or, if interracial dating, you can't be it just became, everything was strife. Everything was strife. The information always took a back seat to, I don't like your information.
Right, because there's a handful of people that monetized chaos. You see what I'm saying? This is why me and some like me, right? We're on the outskirts. We're the other guys, right? Because in order for me as a holistic practitioner to do any business, somebody has to get smarter. Somebody has to learn something. People have to come. Someone has to get healed. Their health has to get better. Someone has to improve. But that's not what the majority of the framework of the quote-unquote conscious community is made up as. The conscious community now, as controlled by these two platforms, only benefits from chaos, keeping people divided in order that we can bash and personally attack one another, right? So I have said nothing here that is of the personal nature to attack anybody's family life or anything that's not business that was done to me or I've seen firsthand.
If I didn't say I did, I'm lying. I watch it every day. I watch almost every video. It's something that he brought to us that was needed at the time that it came. Sometimes I find myself defending him a little bit, because when you get a big platform, right? Sometimes you don't know it's gonna be that big, right? Now you get caught up in your business, you get caught up in the people, and you get caught up in your lifestyle, your information, and now what you're trying to do is you're trying to keep everybody happy. But when you make everybody else happy, who suffers? You understand what I'm saying?
But and that's a nice way to view things.
But we can't act like we didn't get no information from his platform.
A parachute, but that's obviously not the reality of what we see going on.
But we can't really sit here and say, ENQI, we never got no information from his platform.
No, listen. What we see is, or for the person that may not know much,
damn, nah.
I'm serious. But for the people that could I gain, or anybody that's well-rounded in studying, from hearing people that could barely read debate whether the Bible is real or not.
I mean, I see when
the arguments that are being had over there is redundant at best, right? So first there was a 2 to 3 year battle to prove that the Bible is actually a copy of the Walls of Kemet. Now the same platform is saying that the white man wrote the Bible. So did the white man write the Bible, or is the Bible a copy from the Walls in Kemet? Or is the next thing going to be, after they prove a white man wrote the Bible, is the next thing going to be that the Kemetics, the Egyptians, were actually white folks? Like, it's just a matter of keeping chaos going. And when there's no human to create strife and chaos with that's alive, like there's nobody around to personally attack, we will go and dig up people from the grave and begin to attack people that are no longer alive. This is what happened with Dr. Sebi. This is what happened with Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi has already transitioned, debunked Dr. Sebi when he was here. But the same platform led the brigade against Dr. Sebi, inadvertently attacking everybody else that's practicing the holistic lifestyle. Now, we done moved off Sebi. We getting ready to dig up Malcolm X out the grave and start attacking Malcolm X. Because there's nobody left alive to debunk. We done debunked everybody around, including each other. So now we getting ready to start debunking people that are no longer here.
I see your point.
At what point do we say, let's create cohesion and constructive building? See, this is why I have to be censored. This is why there has to be a filter put on me.
This is no filter.
With this conversation, some people gonna go, oh my God, ENQI is telling everything.
Yeah.
Man, ENQI ain't even tell. ENQI ain't even get started. This is all clean and upstairs.
So, going forward, what do you suggest if you was to build a platform? Because you also have to understand, we live in a society where this is a market, right? Chaos is the biggest market. You know, everybody films the train wreck. Nobody films nobody does mouth to mouth. Nobody calls the ambulance. Everybody films the train wreck, and it's marketable. Unfortunately, I'm not co-signing it. I'm not saying it's cool, but this is what it's all about. Within chaos, dudes are really paying their bills from chaos. And like I said, for me, a lot of things on SA NETER's platform, where I'm at with my knowledge, I know a lot of it. I read a lot of it, seen a lot of it. You know, I'm not 22 years old, so a lot of the books that they reading from, I know.
Let me stop you right there, because you made like 5 or 6 statements in once, and
okay.
I addressed last 2 and start talking on those and then get the other ones.
Okay.
So where you from, consciousness was about knowledge of self.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
Okay. So let's start with what knowledge of self really is. And we're going to go beyond the 120.
Okay.
Right? Because the first thing I saw with the 120, right? Because I was taught with the 120 and about Egypt and masonry and all of these things from birth. So when I got older, my love of science the first correlation I saw was that there was 120 possible electrons in an atom's valence.
You know, I don't have no idea what the hell you're talking about. But go ahead. Yeah.
Look at an atom. There are charges that circulate around that atom.
Okay.
The maximum number was 120.
Okay.
Now, atoms are what come together to make all of the compounds and molecules that exist, that we're all made of atoms.
Atoms, facts. Okay.
Right? So at a maximum, you have 120 electrons or possible ways to quantify the charge density of what an atom is. So immediately I made that connection to the 120. I said, oh, okay, so this is the extent of knowledge.
Got you.
So when I look at knowledge of self is exactly what it is. It's knowledge of self.
Got
so
you.
If I'm teaching biochemistry, which is the full actual manifestation of knowledge of self, and you are actively putting together a campaign of people to block that, and not just block that, but persuade people otherwise, to put a 10-year campaign together to say that we are monkeys, we are apes.
Got you.
Right? We come from beasts.
The great ape. Yeah, the great ape.
We need vaccines for our body to be healthy. Like, this is that cascade of information. And it's always been directed against me. There's no reason to be fake with it. Like, all right, cool. Y'all don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with y'all. Like, let's just make that plain. So as the world associates what just happened in New York, the nuclear bomb that was just dropped in New York, that vaccine debate, as they associate that with the conscious community, I do not want them to associate that with me. I was the guy that made the case that Dr. Sebi should have got the Nobel Peace Prize, because there was some white gentleman that got the Nobel Peace Prize right after he got locked up for exactly what he always taught. There was a couple of white gentlemen, I forgot the guy's name, that was the lead scientist, but they got the Nobel Peace Prize for quote unquote discovering a molecule called carbon-60. Carbon-60 is a form of carbon that's a super powerful antioxidant that helps the body reverse cancers and the whole program. Every single claim that we heard Dr. Sebi make, these guys got a Nobel Peace Prize for carbon-60. And Dr. Sebi got put in court and in jail.
Also, why are you saying that?
That kind of dynamic go on. And then in 2019, we still have guys using platforms to block information, and to promote that we are monkeys, we're apes, we're a mutation. Vaccines are the only way we could be healthy on the planet that we've been on for X amount. And if you're going to continue to do that, and you're going to continue to promote that while simultaneously blocking the real information from coming through, I just don't want to be associated with that. It's cool. Like, it's not beef. It's cool. I just want to make sure that the receipts is there. Like, nah, ENQI said clearly he's not a part of that. ENQI's not a part. The Amin Ra Squad and the platforms that propped them up do not represent me. I'm not a part of that. I'm with the other guys. You know, whatever the other thing is, that's me. I'm over there with the other guys, right?
You know, they're going to say you with the pseudos.
That's fine. That's